ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्णा। So welcome back. So this is the third last class of this year. So our plan is to stop on 17th of December. So obviously today is the class and then 2 more Wednesdays, and then we'll open in mid-chain. And we'll try to finish chapter 3, Krishna willing, and then we'll start from chapter 4 next year. Okay, so let's... Sanjay Vyasru is not happy, Hari Bol. I think you're the only one. Everyone is so happy. Okay. So chapter 3, we are reading the Karma Yoga. So as we discussed earlier, there are 4 sections here. The first section was the renunciation of work or work in devotion. Anyone knows the Hindi or English translation of this one? Renunciation of work or work in devotion. What's the Sanskrit/Hindi or English translation of this?
कर्म से संन्यास कर्म
Yes, Mata, you're right. कर्म में संन्यास और कर्म से संन्यास.
में संन्यास
तो कर्म से संन्यास अच्छा है, सब बैठ जाएंगे. So just sit back, relax. संन्यास ले लिया. Today
कर्म
हड़ताल. Okay, so that's karma se sannyas. That's not the recommendation. It's karma me sannyas. So while you are doing the karma, do it with a sannyas consciousness, virakti consciousness, detachment consciousness. Thank you very much, Mataji. And the second section was from karma kanda to karma yoga. Anyone remembers what does karma kanda mean? Karma kanda, KK. I call it KK versus KY. So what is KK?
Doing prescribed pujas from Vedas for fruitive results.
Yeah.
That's karma kanda.
Okay, thank you. So doing some prescribed duties. So these are prescribed duties that's still within the realm of religion, but we have some desires to achieve something in Sargloka, achieve something within this world. So it's not relating this person to the divine absolute or Krishna. So it's not relating with that. It's just relating with something. For Krishna also they can do karma kanda. Because if any Jyotishi tells, okay, you go to this Devata, whoever that may be, and chant this, 108 times, you'll get something. That's the karma kanda level. But karma yoga, what does karma yoga mean? Someone else can say. KY. What is KY? Rajesh Prabhuji? Sorry, he was about to drink water. Please drink, Prabhu. What is KY? Karma yoga. Simple definition. I'm expecting any big definitions.
To connect with the Lord, our all activities.
So yoga is to connect. So the bhakti yoga, karma yoga, jnana yoga, ashtanga, whatever. This is connection with the divine. That's absolute, right? And then if you say karma yoga, the primary way in which we connect with the Lord is karma. When we call it bhakti, the primary way of connection is bhakti, love. And when we say jnana yoga, the primary way of connection is jnana. Ashtanga, meditation. So whatever the word is, and then yoga is connection with divine. So yoga cannot be like for Indra we are doing yoga, Indra yoga, Varun yoga, like that, huh? That's all karma kanda, huh? But as soon as say yoga, we're talking about the absolute truth here. Now, different people will have different understanding of that absolute truth. Leave that topic aside, but it is connecting with the absolute truth. And then whatever way that comes before the yoga. So karma yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga, ashtanga yoga, hatha yoga, raj yoga, whatever. They're all the part of that. Okay. So karma yoga. So from karma kanda to karma yoga. So even if you're not in the realm of karma yoga, where do you start from? Karma kanda. Is karma kanda good? If someone asks you karma kanda good, what do you say, Mohan Prabhu? Is karma kanda good?
For the beginners, yes.
Thank you. It's a smart boy. For the beginners, yes. And for advanced?
Nah.
Thank you. Very nice. So can you expand? Beginners means who? Who is the beginner?
Beginners means rather than being a Mayavadi, it's better be like doing the what do you call, what's the word? Yeah.
Do just follow something at least, which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
within the Vedic realm.
Rather
I'll
than
just
being Mayavadi, yeah.
Yeah. I'll just bring that diagram for everyone. You remember this was the animalistic life. So rather than living an animalistic life, at least follow the karma kanda, and that may include some abominable things like killing animals. Possible, right? In Vedic culture, they talk about meat as well. So you can eat, but under certain circumstances. What does mas mean? Anyone remembers? Mas, Sanskrit word or Hindi word?
Means that I'll eat you in this life, you'll eat me in future lives.
Thank you. That was mas means. So I am killing you in this life, and I give you adhikar that in future life you kill me. And you are supposed to cut the animal yourself on Amavas night. Go out, and there are certain rules and regulations. Now, imagine if every 15 day you take an animal out and say this. How many times you will say after like I don't know 4 or 5 times you'll say, "Oh my God, I've already given a Adhikar license to these 5 souls to kill me in future 5 lives," and you'll say, "Hare Krishna." There's one English philosopher who said, "If slaughterhouses had glass walls, everyone will be vegetarian." So all these big slaughterhouses are located, outside cities, somewhere in the very remote places where no one sees um, all these crying of these animals, and that's how they can eat. If you are asked to take an animal and then cut it, I don't think so. 95% people will actually step back. Even in Quran, it says one of our sannyasis, sannyasi, was born in a Muslim family. He was telling one of the first pages or one of the first chapters says, "Don't make your stomach the graveyards of animal." So even in Quran, it says very clearly, they don't, ideally speaking, no alcohol, no meat. Christianity also is the same. And that's why Prabhupada was asked, are you converting people? He said, no, I'm not converting people. If you're a Christian, just be a good Christian. If you're a Muslim, be a good Muslim. We're not here to convert anyone. Because if you follow the religion in essence, you will start loving God. And that's the barometer if you're advancing, how much love you have for God. And love of God includes 4 aspects. Anyone remembers what are the 4 aspects of loving God? By Gauranga Darshan Prabhu. It's a famous thing. Very nice. We should keep repeating in our mind. Anyone remembers? Love of God means what? Acharya Nistha Prabhuji?
That follow what he says.
Okay, but love of God includes 4 things. That's my question,
Serving,
Prabhu.
serving.
Loving Krishna.
Loving Krishna. Thank you, Salan Prabhu. More? Now you got
It's
it.
loving those who Krishna loves.
Okay, yes, there's a
Loving
4th number, but
loving
yeah.
loving those who loves Krishna.
Thank you. So that's the 2nd number. So love Krishna, love those who love Krishna. What's the 2nd category? Pure devotees. They purely love Krishna, like Prabhupada and many more devotees. So love Krishna, love those who love Krishna. That means Krishna and devotees. Salam Prabhu, 3rd one.
Quran, I think love
Okay.
those who try to love Krishna.
Thank you, Salan Prabhu. Love those who try to love. Have you ever met anyone who's trying to love Krishna? Anyone knows anyone? Mohan Prabhu, you met it? Can you name a person? Me.
Me.
Okay. Thank you.
We
We are all
all-
in, most of us. Maybe some of you are in second category. Uh, I'm still in the third one. Trying to love, aspire to love Krishna. We are maybe very, very far in that journey, but we are aspiring. At least the goal is there. And number 4, Salan Prabhu already said, but maybe you can repeat, Prabhu.
To love those who Krishna loves.
To love those who Krishna loves. Anyone met any person like that? Who's loved by Krishna? Everyone is smiling, but no one answering.
all living entities, Prabhu.
Every living entity, he's the father of all the living entities. Everyone, thank you, Acharya Mr. Prabhu. The pop-up comes sometime. So he loves every single living entity. So if you love these 4, that means love of God. And that's what Prabhupada is referring to. If that love of Godhead is increasing, love of God, you can say simply, that means you're following your religion very nicely. Your religion is fruitful. And suppose you're following Vedic culture, you're following ISKCON, Krishna consciousness, your love for God is not increasing, for example, then what's the answer, Priya Mata? You're following all the rules and regulations, but your love is not increasing. What's the problem? Convert another religion? Conversion is happening a lot everywhere in the world. Huh?
We're committing offenses.
Sanjay Prabhu saying offenses. Okay, Mo. That's definitely true.
We're
If you
not
can more
sincere.
generalize it, Sanjay Vyas Prabhuji, so offenses definitely.
We are not
That means we
sincere.
are not following the process correctly. Not that the process is faulty, we are not following the process correctly, which includes one part is offense, right? And we are lazy. We are still doing many things which are not recommended. When you go to a doctor, he says, no chaat, pakoda, ice cream for next 7 days, and you take the medications. So there's some positive, there's some negatives. So maybe you're doing positives, but you're still doing the negatives. So like one speaker was saying in the class, if you want to start a class from A to B, Sanjay Vyas Prabhu sits in the car and he switches on the ignition and then he wants to drive the car. What is the first thing you do, Sanjay Vyas Prabhu?
Press
First,
the accelerator.
press the accelerator. Now he still has his leg on the brakes. Sanjay Vyas Prabhu is saying, गाड़ी आगे नहीं जा रही है. हाँ? I'm sitting in the car. It's a new car. It works very well, but आज आगे नहीं जा रही है. हाँ? So 5 minutes I've been trying to accelerate. The car is not going because bhai sahab, your one leg is on accelerator, which is fine. One is on the brake. So you have to take the foot out from the brake. So you have to come out of the negativity, follow the positivity, press the accelerator, then car will move. So our Krishna consciousness car will move. And in this car, what's the fuel? Who can say? Not Sanjay Vyas Prabhu, someone else. What's the fuel? Yuvati Radha Mata, Hare Krishna, welcome back. What's the fuel in our car? So brakes are, fatafat. You can unmute, just talk. Even if you're wrong, don't worry about it. Thank you, Mata. Sadhana, whatever the positives are told. Saki Radhika Mata. And the brakes are? So acceleration, we understand. Sadhana. Brakes?
Offense.
Brakes are offenses. Or whatever no's are there. There are some no's in our Krishna consciousness movement. What are the 4 no's? Shavit Prabhu, what are the 4 no's?
Eating meat, drinking alcohol, gambling, and illicit sex
Thank you,
outside.
Prabhuji. They are the brakes. So, sir, no brakes required. Okay. And Saki Radhika Mata told the accelerator. What's the fuel? Acharya Nishta Prabhu.
प्रभु साधना जो मैं मेंशन किया था
साधना is accelerator. Fuel भी चाहिए ना गाड़ी में.
Oh,
Fuel तो चाहिए.
Devo-
Without fuel, the car will run. Car will
Devotees,
not run. Enthusiasm. It says enthusiasm in our sadhana. That is the fuel of the car. If you're not enthusiastic, sadhana ro ke mala kar rahe. Every round you do, oh my God, such a big round, such a heavy round. When this will finish, does it have 108 beats or 1008 beats? Sometimes you feel like that. Khatam hi nahi ho raha hai. 16 mala becomes like a 16-kilometer marathon. If you're doing sadhana like that, maybe. That's not the best way. Enthusiasm has to be there. And where do you get the enthusiasm from? Where's the petrol station? Where you get the petrol from?
Hearing, Prabhu?
Huh?
Is it
Hearing?
hearing?
Okay. Devotee Association is the petrol station, fuel station. You go to the fuel station, you get the fuel. You go to temple, you go to some nice sangha. Didn't we get enthusiastic? Mataji just came from Vrindavan, very enthusiastic now. You got a lot of fuel, lot of charging done, by different devotee association. So where do we have to go to take the petrol? Anyone? Anju Mata, where is the petrol station? In front of 180 Falcon Street. No, 180 Falcon Street is the petrol station. Vrindavan, thank you. Yeah, or embassies of Vrindavan or any devotee sangha which charges you. That's our petrol station. And what petrol you get? Rajesh Prabhu there? Unleaded, leaded, diesel.
Sadhu Sangha.
In Sadhu Sangha, what you get?
Enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm. So that's where you get, wow, Krishna consciousness is so nice, you know. If you're not reading after coming a class by Keshav Maharaj, you'll start reading the book, or Gopal Krishna Maharaj or whatever, right? You'll start feeling like, kuch to padna hai. Something I have to read. And then you come home, you start doing your sadhana. And you said, no chaat pakoda ice cream, no four things. And then your car moves very, very fast, very, very fast. Isn't it? Sanjay Vyas Prabhu ka already pahunch gaya hai target par. Anyway, we're all on the way. So keep taking the fuel, keep going to the petrol station, go to temple, and get this enthusiasm. Okay. So Karma Kanda to Karma Yoga. Now we are in the third section of this chapter, which is performing prescribed duties in detachment to set an example. So I think last week we started from 316. So let's do that. Who wants to do? Who hasn't participated? Anju Mata, would you like to just revise this verse? Just a translation and maybe a few points.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah. Evam prabhavartitam chakram.
Just the translation is okay, Mata.
Nanuvartyate.
We're just revising the verses.
My dear Arjuna, one who does not follow in human life the cycle of sacrifice thus established by the Vedas certainly leads a life full of sin. Living only for the satisfaction of the senses, such a person lives in vain. So in this purport, Krishna is trying to explain that if we just live to satisfy our senses, and just doing like whatever the animals are doing, eating, sleeping, defending and mating, then like that will not make any sense, and then we will just be living like animal life. So we should follow like the Vedas or Shastras are what he's telling us, like Krishna is instructing Arjuna to do.
Okay. Let's take few words here. Evam pravartitam chakram. So chakram refers to the chakra, the cycle. I have the diagram, which I have already shared. So anyone remembers this diagram, 314 to 315? So these two, I'll not go back again, but just really, so all embody all the bhutas, subsets on food grains. Annad bhavanti bhutani parjanyad anasambhava. And food grains, where they come from, rain comes from the performance of yajna, sacrifice. That is born, all the yajnas are born from prescribed duties, which is written in the Vedas, and Vedas is the Vani of Supreme Lord. So this is the cycle we read in 314, 315. So Krishna is saying, concluding this section, Evam Parvartitam Chakram. If this chakra, na anuvartatiyaya, if you do not follow this chakra, if you do not understand this chakra, apply this chakra in your life, what is happening? Aghayar indriya ramo. So indriya aram refers to indriya, senses, aram is gratify. All you are doing gratifying your senses, and your ayu, your jivan, your life is agha. Agha refers to, last time Ghanshyam Prabhu was talking about aghasur burger. I remember that. You have to open a big mouth to consume that burger. So agha refers to waste, pap. Mogham refers to waste, useless. So your life is actually waste. It's just full of sinful activities. So basically what Krishna is trying to recommend here, follow this chakra. Understand it, where all the things are coming from. And if you go to the root of that thing and follow the root's instruction, wherever you are in the cycle, the root is Supreme Lord. To Supreme Lord. So if you follow Supreme Lord, the Vedas and the prescribed duties, everyone here, for example, has different duties to perform. And if you perform their duties nicely, which is coming from the Vedas, you're performing the yajnas nicely, whatever recommended. What's the recommended yajna for this day and age? Anyone quickly? You read this every single
Sankirtana yajna.
Sankirtana yajna, So Sankirtan Yajna refers to Anand Krishna Prabhu. Just some examples.
Chanting in association of devotees.
Yep. Anything else?
Singing
Example of
kirtan.
anything else of Sankirtan Yajna?
Kirtan as we do on the streets to
Yeah.
benefit
So
other
that's
people.
one, Prabhu. More examples? Anything that done that is for Krishna. Glorification of Krishna. Sam means Samyak, Kirtan means glorification. Complete glorification of Krishna is called Sankirtan. Now, one way is when we chant on the street, is also when we're chanting the temple. That's called Japa, but that's also glorification of Krishna. We're reading Bhagavatam right now. It's also Sankirtan. Prabhupada says Brahad Mridanga. Actually, it's said by Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj. Brahad Mridanga. This Mridanga book distribution, for example, goes very, very far. Our normal Mridanga Acharya Sah will pray, Prabhu will pray. How far you can hear? Not too far. But Brahad Mridanga, if he gives out a book to someone, that can travel thousands of kilometers and can change one person, maybe the whole family, maybe so many people. That one book have that power. That's called Brahad Mridanga. So we are not only into Mridanga. Mridangas are very nice. Brahad Mridanga is spreading the glories of Krishna. So if you are not following the chakra, what is happening? Your life is full of sin. All you are doing Indriya Aram. So do we want Ram or Aram? What do we want? Who will say? Anand Krishna Prabhu?
Ram Prabhu, of course.
I want Aram actually. That's why I'm still here. So
Yeah.
most of us want Aram. So if you want Aram in the material world, you'll not get. But if you look for Aram in Ram, Ram can give you real Aram. Everything else is haram. Ram is real Aram. So if you take shelter of Lord Ram, his holy name, his instructions, then you get real Aram. Otherwise, you may feel like you may feel like having some pleasure in the world, but this is all filled up with some negativity on the other side. The coin has two sides. One is positive, one is negative. You cannot just take one side of the coin. Keshav Maharaj gives an example. When we were young, I know you are very, very young, but I'm a little older than many of you. We had cassettes. Anyone remember that cassettes?
Yes,
So cassettes had A side and B side. So when you buy some good songs, Hollywood, Bollywood songs, so you'll get A side, but on the B side, only bad songs. You cannot say to the shopkeeper, just give me A side tape. No, you have to buy the whole tape. So in this material world, everything is filled with positive as well as negative. You cannot just take the positive. Even sukha in this world is not pure. That's why we call it pure goodness. You have to go even beyond goodness. Goodness is good, but not good enough because there's goodness is also mixed in this material world. So Aram is only in Ram. Some sadhu was saying in a class, हमारा मन कहाँ पर है? Where is our mind? In Vasana or Vasudev? In Kam or Ram? In Bhog or Bhagwan? So we should not go towards Bhog, we should go towards Bhagwan. We should not go towards Vasana, we should go towards Vasudev. And we should not go towards Kam, we should go towards Ram. So it's very, very nice. So dedicate everything for Bhagavan, Vasudev, and Lord Ram, and then our life has some meaning. Okay, let's go to 17. This is a nice verse. Maybe let's skip that for revision purpose. 19 will do. This is a very good verse. Who wants to do 19? Anyone?
Therefore, without being attached to the fruits of activities, one should act as a matter of duty, for by working without attachment, one attains the supreme.
Thank you.
So, the Prabhuji, the important word here is the asakya or asakti, जो हिंदी में हम बोलते हैं. That means without attachment.
So what are the two words for everyone's benefit, Prabhu?
Asakya, asakti,
So, asakt or asakt. So
asakt
a
or
bada a.
asakt. Yes.
When you understand Hindi, a, bada
Yes, yes.
a, and chota a, asakta. So if you see in the Sanskrit, asakta, and if there's a line, the smad, see there's a line on top of
Yes,
a, that
yes.
becomes bada a.
Bada,
So here is asakta. Okay? So
asakta.
asakta means detachment and
Detachment.
asakta means attachment. So they're
Okay.
opposite.
Asakta.
So they're asakta and asakta. Huh? So
So,
now you will remember.
yes,
So here,
asatta means without
so
attachment.
here he is talking about
Without,
asakta, not asakta.
yes.
Okay? So tasma, therefore, asakta satatam. So satatam is always, satatam kirtayanto mam. What
Yes.
you should be? Asakta or asakta?
Asatta.
Asakta or asakta?
Asatta.
आ सकता मीन्स आ सकता बट नॉट जा सकता
Yes.
ऐसे याद रख लीजिए सम
Yes.
गेस्ट आते हैं जाते ही नहीं है anyone knows a guest who just comes and never goes back केशव प्रभु tell me
Maybe
some guest
asakta with chanting only.
अरे
Asakta.
बाप रे तो you are a pure devotee प्रभु I am not I'm talking on a mundane sense anyone knows any guest who comes माता सखी राधिका माता tell me a guest everyone knows that I'll say one and you'll start repeating then
Problems in our life.
problems in life. Salan Prabhu ki jai. No, they are not permanent, right? You will have some problem. I also have some, Prabhuji. If you want, I can share some with you. Dump on you. No, tell me a guest who comes, they stay with you forever. Like problems will come, but they will go as well. Sometime they will go. Hope they will go. Kama,
Anarthas.
Krodha. Thank you, Sakira
Anarthas.
Mata ji. Old age. ओल्ड एज तो बढ़ती ही जा रही है काम क्रोध लोभ मोह मद मत्सर दे आर कॉल्ड छह लुटेरे दे आर द डॉकेट्स दे हैव टेकन शेल्टर वेयर इन आवर हार्ट एटलीस्ट इन माय हार्ट एंड दे नेवर लीव इट सीम्स लाइक दे आर नॉट जस्ट लिविंग so they are called Giriraj Prabhu asakta. Satyasant Maharaj said they are all anarthas. Anyone knows the meaning of anartha? Sakhi Radhika Mataji said anartha. What does anartha mean? Break the word. अनर्था
अनर्थ
जिसका अर्थ नहीं है अर्थ माने पैसा वैल्यू सम वैल्यू अर्थशास्त्र सम वैल्यू अनर्थ इसका कोई मतलब नहीं है बट वी टेक अनर्थ एज अवर द ग्रेटेस्ट अर्थ ग्रेटेस्ट एसेट कैन यू लीव योर लस्ट कैन यू लीव योर एंगर कैन यू लीव योर ग्रीड नो वे दीज आर अवर लाइक परमानेंट फ्रेंड्स like क्रोध permanent guests they just seems to be never leaving the heart so they are called anartha they have no value but we value them how many times we must have thought at least आज के बाद एक महीने तक गुस्सा नहीं करेंगे will not get angry for 1 month I've thought about it to be very honest and how soon you break that like within the first day Kartik comes okay I'll stay away first day, at least in your mind, I've experienced, I'll be very honest with you. In my mind, it's got, and I'm thinking, oh my God, just in 6 hours. Bhurijan Prabhu was giving a class and he tells, he's a Maharaj, he's very, very senior Prabhupada disciple. And he was saying, in one Kartik, I thought, I'll take some similar vow, I'll not talk about it. And he said, I also, in my mind only, in his mind, he said, the thoughts against that came within like few hours of that. Within few hours of that. So how deep-rooted anarthas we have. So this is why they are asakti, but not jasakti. So we have to become asakta, detached. Okay, let's move forward. Giriraj Prabhu, please carry on. So next word is, so these three we understood. Karyam, karma, samachara. And you can take help, that's okay.
Yes, so Karyan is as a duty. Just we have to do whatever the work we are doing, it's a prescribed duty.
So that is karma. So
that
you
is-
have a karma, right? So
Yes.
karma here means prescribed duties.
Yes.
So you do your prescribed duties. So we are saying karma, karyam. So doing is karyam and karma is your prescribed duties.
Yes.
Okay? Samachara, Prabhupada saying perform, engage, whatever it is. Yeah. Asakto. See, do बार यू है asakta, asakta. Twice this verse is saying asakta.
That unattached again, right?
Yes, Prabhuji. He acharan karma. So acharan Prabhupada is saying performing karma again prescribed duties. If you do with asakti, satatam, not only 1 hour a day. 1 hour a day is easy. You go to Mangala Aarti, 1 hour cut jayega. When you come home or you sit in the car, then it starts. All the problems and their solutions, anxieties start. If you are able to do that, what will be the result? Last line tell the result. What's the result, Giriraj Prabhu?
Param apnoti purushaha.
So Purusha refers to here?
A man.
A man.
Supreme.
Like,
Supreme.
This
No, here
this
it's man.
yeah, here is man. The one who is following it, what he will get?
The
Param
achieve
apnoti. He
param
will
apnoti.
achieve parampada. He will
Yeah.
achieve param. So if we follow our prescribed duties with asakta, always detached bhav. So you do your duties, but how you are supposed to do your duties? With a detached bhav. If you
Detachment.
do that, what will happen? Param apnoti purusha.
Param
You will achieve supreme destination. Huh? So basically, what Krishna is recommending here, by doing karma yoga, you will achieve your supreme destination. Huh? So it's not asking you to leave your ashrama, not asking you to change your prescribed duties, follow someone else, not like that. Just follow your own prescribed duties, whatever is prescribed for your varna and ashrama. Okay, let's do that 20. And now Krishna will give some examples.
Yeah.
So Arjun is saying, okay, this is a theory you have given. Can you give me some examples? Krishna is giving some examples. Who wants to do this? Anyone else? Okay, Lakshmi Mata.
Such as Janaka attained perfection solely by performance of prescribed duties. Therefore, just for the sake of educating the people in general, you should perform your work. So the first line says, Karmanaiva hi samsiddhim. So it's saying you do work with perfection.
Yeah.
Your prescribed duties with
The karma here
perfection.
refers to again prescribed duties.
Prescribed
He
duties.
certainly
Yeah.
some siddhi. So siddhi refers to perfection. Some siddhi refers to
Yeah.
supreme perfection. Like kirtan,
Yeah.
sankirtan. What does some? The some as a prefix used means complete.
Mm.
Sankirtan,
Yeah.
some siddhi. So complete siddhi you will achieve by following your karma, which is prescribed duties here. Yes, Mataji?
Ashita Janaka Dayaha. So it's like the
So the examples are
the
Janak
12
Adayaha.
is it referring to the 12 margins?
Many
there?
other things, not just 12 Mahajans,
Yes.
many other
Yeah.
devotees who have followed this path and they have
Yeah.
achieved some siddhim, supreme
Yeah.
perfection. And one name which Krishna is giving, Janak and Adya.
Mm.
Adya refers to all the other many more examples. And there can be 12 Mahajans as well as many more devotees who have achieved perfection by following this path. Mhm.
Yeah.
And why
Yeah.
they are doing it, although they are perfect, Lok Sangraham Evapi. Why they are doing it? Lok Sangraha. Lok Sangraha refers to
Benefit of the world.
benefiting the world. Thank you. So setting up right example for the world so that they can also benefit. So I may not need to perform my duties because I'm, supremely high, but I'm still doing my duties. Why? Because that will set up the right example for others. So Lok Sangraha, benefiting of the world. Last time, sampashyam kartumarsi. That's why you must perform your prescribed duties. So in this case of Arjuna, what Krishna is recommending, you must perform your prescribed duties of, what's the prescribed duty of Arjun, externally speaking?
Of a Kshatriya.
As a Kshatriya. So you're a Kshatriya, follow your prescribed duties in a detached manner. And you will attain, what you will attain in 319, what was the last line? Param apnoti purushaha. You will achieve param apnoti. So do not think just by following the prescribed duties, you will not achieve the param apnoti. You will achieve param apnoti. Just follow your duties nicely, which is in detachment. Okay, now the second Janak Adeya. Everyone understand Janak Maharaj? And Ganesham Prabhuji gave an example of Janak Maharaj. Anyone remembers last week? How he was detached, if anyone remembers.
There was a fire on there was a fire on another house, and the servant or whoever just came. There's a fire.
Yeah.
Say there is nothing. We are all on fire, a big fire.
Yeah, and he just continued listening Krishna Katha or doing his devotional acts. He had no impact, and we get agitated even by little things. One more story comes in one of the Puranas. Janak Maharaj is the guru of Shukadev Goswami. Anyone knew that? So Shukadev Goswami, uh, he's a Siksha Guru. Janak Maharaj is Siksha Guru. So Vyasadeva also has taught him the Bhagavatam. So one time Vyasadeva sent Shukadev Goswami to Janak Maharaj. He said, you should go and get the training under Janak Maharaj for sense or refraining yourself from sense gratification. So Shukdev Goswami is a very nice disciple. He went to Janak Maharaj. When he arrived at the gate of the palace, the Pahredar was there, the peons were there, and he said, "What do you want?" He said, "I want to meet Janak Maharaj." He said, "Okay, you stay here. I'll go and inform Janak Maharaj. If he allows, we will let you in the palace." Huh? Raja has to first allow the visitor. So Shukdev Goswami stayed on the gate. For 3 days, no response came. For 3 days, Shukdev Goswami just silently sat there in meditation, and he did not get agitated. No food, no water, nothing. He just sat on the gate for 3 days. 3 days later, it says Janak Maharaj came on a big elephant, big white elephant. He came with lot of people, lot of dhol, nagade. The big procession was coming out. And when he came out, he said, "Oh, Shukdev Goswami, you are here. Sorry, I was not aware of it. Huh? Please come." So he was set in another hathi, in another elephant. And he was given a garland, he was given so much saman, so much respect was given to Shukdev Goswami. Shukdev Goswami, first 3 days, suppose someone comes on your door and 3 days you do not open the door. Rajesh Prabhu, how will he feel? How will you feel if you go to someone else's door? In 3 minutes, we will start running away. Call for 13 times, annoyed. Only annoyed? He's very soft person. Huh? He uses very, nice words. We'll feel more than angry. And then, कितना घमंडी हो गया है. How proud he is, how egoistic he is. Huh? But Shukdev Goswami had no impact. So the insult was given to him. Then respect was given. Huh? Janak Maharaj brought him inside the palace. He gave him a big seat and all those nice bhavya swagat kiya gaya. Very warm welcome was given to Shukdev Goswami. Shukdev Goswami completely equivalent. Nothing has happened to him. And then Janak Maharaj said, "So how can I serve you?" So he said, "My father, Vyasadev, has sent to you to get the training for sense how to refrain from sense gratification." So Janak Maharaj said, "Okay, before I make you my disciple, I have to test you. Like, are you eligible to enter into my school?" There's a test. Before you go to IIT, there's a test there. Medical, there's a test. So Janak Maharaj said, "You have to give a test." Sukdev Goswami said, "Okay, you tell me whatever you want, and I'll try that test." So he gave him a full bowl of milk. This bowl was completely filled up with the milk. He said, "Go around the palace and not even one drop should come out." So he was checking the focus of the student. So Shukdev Goswami said, "No problem." So he took that full bowl of milk, and his palace, Janak Maharaj Palace, you can understand, is bigger than our two-bedroom apartment. It's a big, big palace. So he had to go out. So when he was walking out, so it says there was a lot of noise there, because a lot of shops were there. It's like a marketplace. Lots of shops are there. Not only that, there was very young, beautiful ladies in a dance dress. They're dancing in front of Shukdev Goswami, and some very beautiful young ladies, they are talking behind Shukdev Goswami. There are lots of talks happening. They're laughing and they're trying to, move his focus. Then he looks around, which this lady is talking, what they are talking about. But Shukdev Goswami was completely focused. Although there was so much disturbance around him, and we get distracted so easily, Shukdev Goswami was not disturbed at all. He went around the palace completely, and he came back, not even one drop came out. So Janak Maharaj said, "Oh, very nice. I'll take one more test. If you pass that test, then you are admitted to my school." Shukdev Goswami said, "Okay, what's your next test?" He said, "Open your mouth." Shukdev Goswami opened the mouth. He put some sugar in the mouth, and he said, "This sugar should not melt." I don't know how he passed this test, but Purana says the sugar particles did not melt in the mouth of Shukdev Goswami. हम तो सोच के भी मेल्ट हो जाते हैं. You think about a sweet, मुंह में पानी आता है. Your mouth will start watering. Ooh, nice rasgulla, imarti, rabdi, so much. But Shukdev Goswami passed the third test as well. After the third test, Janak Maharaj said, "Actually, you don't need to take admission in my school. You're already passed. You're already the master of your senses. You don't need any further training. I certify you." So Shukdev Goswami happily took the certificate and went back to Vyasadeva. He said, "Passed." So this is how focused Shukdev Goswami was, and he has learned this from Janak Maharaj. So Janak Maharaj is called Videha. He lives in the Deha, but he is beyond the Deha. We are not beyond the Deha. Like Jad Bharat in Srimad Bhagavatam, he is also Videha. When Doctors was trying to cut his throat, was any impact on Jad Bharat happened? Nothing. He was completely equipoised. When he was given Samman, respect, He was equipoised when he was given the death punishment. He was equipoised. He had no attachment in his body. So this is the situation of Janak Maharaj. So this is praised by Krishna. You can understand how great Janak Maharaj is, and in his house was chosen by Mother Sita to take birth. You can understand he's a very, very high level devotee. And Janak Adya, but there are many more. What they have done, Karmadai. He was a Raja. He was not a sannyasi. Janak Maharaj was a Raja. But by following his prescribed duties, they have achieved the Param Apnoti, Parampada. Okay, 321. So today we're starting from this verse. Who would like to read? Who hasn't read as yet? Come on, anyone? Prasun Prabhu, if you can. Very, very famous verse.
यद् यत् यद् यत् आचरति श्रेष्ठस्तत् एव जनः स यत् ब्रह्मणा कुरुते लोकस्तद् अनुवर्तते. Whatever action a great man performs, common men follow, and whatever standards he sets by exemplary acts, all the world pursues.
Thank you, Prabhuji. This is again extremely famous verse, very, very important and relevant verse for us. Let's read a few lines of purport, very, very nice, and then we'll discuss. People in general always require a leader who can teach the public by practical behavior. Do you think the society will follow our leaders? Yes or no? Who are our current leaders, modern leaders? Any examples someone can give? Shobit Prabhu? Any modern leaders, examples you can give?
I think
He's a pure devotee. He can't remember even one leader, huh? Modern leader?
I
Donald
can.
Trump.
Huh? Trump? Thank you. Yeah, Sanjay, you're right. Trump. Is he influencing many, many people? Yes or no? Right or wrong? We're not discussing that. But is he influencing people? Yes, he's influencing. Show it through any other influencers you know.
I think for me, the most influential people are the devotees of the temple.
Hare Krishna. He's a pure bhakta.
No, I'm not a.
What about Bollywood stars, cricket stars? I don't know, I mean like Virat Kohli, if he's still there, I'm not too sure to be very honest. Amir Khan, Salman Khan, Amitabh Bachchan, they're not leaders. Are they shaping the society? If they put one ad where they're smoking cigarette, how many people start smoking cigarette? Honestly, just by looking them, they may be having a fake cigarette in their hand, but just by looking at them, what dress they wear, everyone wears the same dress. Madhuri Dixit wore that dress. They also start wearing the same dress. Amir Khan wore a torn jeans. I'll also wear the torn jeans. Huh? Michael Jackson and whatnot. Pan Parag, Pan Masala. Thank you.
Bimal.
Bimal, huh? What is Bimal?
It's in Pan Parag.
Oh, okay. Huh? I remember when I was in washing powder, Nirma, Life Boy, huh? So many ads, so many celebrities come. Life Boy ka ad aata tha, huh? And they will put a celebrity there, some famous hero, heroine, and then that's how they sell the product. So they shape our society. So whatever the great leaders of the society, again, we're not discussing right and wrong here. Political leaders, sports star, they influence people because general people have a tendency to look at them as their role model. Look at the verse. Yad yad acharati shreshthas. So acharati means acharan, behavior. Shreshthas means the leader of the society. Yad yad, whatever acharan, whatever behavior they do, whatever standards they set, tat tat eve taro jana. So jana refers to your normal praja, normal citizen. They follow. I remember one video of, if I'm not wrong, I think Virat Kohli, he became vegetarian. And I saw that video. It was very nice actually. He said, try vegetarianism for some. And that video was watched by millions of people. I really liked it. Huh? So this person is trying on his way. George Harrison, when he was working with Prabhupada, he made some videos, not videos, audio CDs, huh? That time, CDs or tapes, whatever it was. The song became one of the best seller of his time for I think 21 weeks in a row. That's a big record from George Harrison. Huh? Prabhupada, he asked Prabhupada, I want to take initiation. Prabhupada said, you don't need initiation. You're already Harisan. His surname was Harisan. Harrison. So Prabhupada said, you're already Harisan. You don't need it. But with your music, you try to pass Krishna's message. And he did that. He influenced millions of people. millions and millions of people. So if he would advertise in the beginning, and I've read it somewhere, George Harrison was introducing drugs actually in the beginning. And when he went to America for the first, he was from UK, he went to America and he saw the reality of the impacts of drug. He became very hurt. It's like Ashoka. After that Yuddha, Ashok got very hurt. So George Harrison actually got very hurt. And at the same time, Krishna arranged devotees to meet with George Harrison. And finally, he became a devotee. And then he said, I will promote Krishna consciousness. And he did. Imagine how many millions of homes were listening his music. Millions of homes were listening. I think he was the first one of his time. He received 21 truckload of birthday cards, birthday wishes on his 21st birthday. And on his 31st birthday, he said, although 21st birthday was my biggest birthday, externally speaking, but I love my 31st birthday because I'm with devotees. He spent his 31st birthday with devotees. He was so happy. So he said 21st birthday, although he had a world record. No one had ever achieved those many wishes. He was so popular. So popular. Seven, and not like a lorry truck, like in India, lorry truck. We are talking like the big trucks. 7 truckload full of birthday card he received from different audience of his time. So just an example, So he influenced the society on a very, very big level. So when our leaders, perform certain good activities or even bad activities, people just follow. So many of our good political leaders like Narendra Modi, they are setting a very good example in many, many fields. So people are following, people are changing, and you can see the change as well. But before that, if you see, so many bad examples were there, and people were just following the bad examples. So whatever Shreshthas will do, the leaders of the society will do, Jana will follow. Now, this does not just apply on the a leadership on a social level, it also applies on a national level, state level, and also on the community level, also on the home level, because everyone is a leader. Anyone can say who is not a leader? There's a research done by Harvard, if I'm not wrong, and they said even a person who's very, introvert, he does not speak too much. He influenced 10,000 people throughout his life. An introvert, that's a Harvard study, nothing to do with Krishna consciousness. An introvert influences 10,000 people in his whole life. So imagine you as a devotee, how many hearts you're going to touch throughout your life. Now, if you touch in a good way, that's very good. That's very good. You can also touch in a bad way, because if you do something which people say, Acha, he's doing like that or she's doing like that. If you set up a bad example, you will also touch others, but in a negative way. My Guru Maharaj used to say, touch the heart deeply. Don't worry about the numbers, Don't worry about the numbers. Just touch the heart. Touch the heart means transform them, influence them. Again, in a positive way, we are talking. He said friendship means sacrifice. Clearly, he said friendship means sacrifice, and friendship needs to earn. So you sacrifice for your friends. Here, friends means devotee friends. So we should not take devotee friends too lightly. Sacrifice for them. Give something to them. Give something which changes their life. And how are we going to give them? Prabhupada writes here, a leader cannot teach the public to stop smoking if he himself smokes. One example, but there can be many more. If we are doing something negative, how can we tell others to stop it? One time, one mother came with a boy, maybe 10-year-old boy, to Gopal Krishna Maharaj, and the mother requested Maharaj to tell his son that he's eating too many chocolates and sweets. महाराज इसको बोलो कम स्वीट खाए. So Maharaj ne kaha, okay, come after 2 weeks. So mother went back and she came back after 2 weeks with the boy, and Maharaj said, don't eat too many sweets. So mother said, Maharaj, why didn't you say this 2 weeks before? No, you could have said the same line. It's a simple line. Mother only recommended. Maharaj just had to say, don't eat too many sweets. Maharaj said, 2 weeks before, I was also taking sweets. So I cannot tell other person to not take sweet when I myself is taking sweet. Now, Maharaj is not doing anything wrong. But the point is he wanted to follow it before preaching to others. Then preaching becomes perfect. Many times what happens with us, because we ourselves don't follow, that's why the preaching is not, doesn't produce that impact. Prabhupada had so much purity. Prabhupada said purity is the essence. Because we lack the purity, that's why the Vani is same. We are also reading the same Shastra. But the purity is not there, that's why the impact is not there. And you can see when the pure devotee speaks a very, very simple line. Narad Muni is speaking with the Valmiki Muni. and it impacts Valmiki Muni. Valmiki Muni in his previous occupation. Uh, so Ratnakar Daku, when Narad Muni speaks, it works. When we speak, he will kill he will kill us. Angulimal, he went to Mahatma Buddha. Mahatma Buddha could change his heart, but when other persons speak, Angulimal will kill them. So purity is the essence. So definitely repeat the Shastra, but if we have purity, the impact will be a lot more. Sa yat pramadam kurte lokastat anuvartate. Anuvartate refers to they will follow in the footsteps. I'll just read 1 or 2 lines here. Very nice. Lord Chaitanya said the teacher should behave properly before he begins teaching. Now this line sometimes we struggle because we ourselves are not perfect as yet and we're trying to share Krishna consciousness. So the explanation given is, although we are not perfect, but the words of Shastra are perfect. So if we repeat the words and do not mix with our own consciousness, with our own little other distracted things, then we are allowed to share. But if we are sharing something from our own imagination, that we are not allowed. But reading the Shastra, repeating the Shastra as much as we have understood with others, that's completely allowed. And what happens when we share this knowledge with others, we also get purified. We get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Although we are not nowhere close to perfection, but by doing this process, we come closer to perfection because we attract the mercy of Lord. One who teaches in that way is called Acharya, the ideal teacher. That's why Prabhupada is called an Acharya. He's not just a teacher, a normal teacher. He is an Acharya. My Guru Maharaj said, a personality like Prabhupada, like Krishna, Krishna only comes once in a day of Brahma. Prabhupada also comes once in a day of Brahma. We can imagine our good fortune. Okay, therefore a teacher must follow the principles of Shastra to teach the common man. Okay, so very important verse, and if we can just focus, meditate on this verse, even in our own way, at our workplace, in our neighborhood, in our community, even in a small way, try to do the right thing, the positive thing. It will impact some people, believe me or not. People are watching you. People are watching, your kids are watching, your neighbors are watching you, your office colleagues are watching you. Everywhere you're being watched. Now you can pass a good message, a positive message, or a negative message. Sanjay Vyas Prabhuji, you wanted to add something?
Thank you, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, quick question. I'll ask in a few sentences. A quick question.
Quick question in few
Prabhuji,
sentences.
Prabhuji, is it also the case that a person, sorry, is it also the case that the person does what they want to do, but then they seek leaders which validate their actions and so for example, if I share with you, when I was younger, yes, I was getting influenced by people around me, but as I'm getting older, I feel like I'm seeking people around me to be those who agree with my mindset.
Yep.
Um, so like and and I mean in both in the material life and in devotional life as well. Like in material life, if I were to say take people who smoke by looking at Salman Khan or other people, it's like they want to smoke but they are seeking validation. And in devotional life as well, when I came into the society, I was copying people, but now I feel like I have a certain approach and I'm seeking leaders who validate that approach.
Yep. So it's absolutely valid, Prabhuji. So in devotional life, when we come, we all have our material consciousness as well. So we are not devotees as yet. We are in devotional life. We are not devotees. So we are not Anya Vilashita Shunyam. I'm not, at least. Huh? We are not. So we having material consciousness, we have these material luggage in our mindset. Now, as you correctly said, Prabhu, even before coming to Krishna consciousness, you would be friends with those who validate your opinions, isn't it? So like-minded people, like if you like to a drunkard, for example, you will hang around with drunkards only. If you like smoking, you will hang around with the smokers. So similarly, Prabhu, it happens in our devotional life as well. Now, we're not talking about the gross negative things here, but we are talking about the subtle things in our mind, whatever the subtle contaminations we have, we actually seek, we call them as our friend because they say, Prabhu, aapne bahut acha class diya. Suppose the class was not good. You said something, but someone says, oh, yes, he has acknowledged me what I have done. We're not talking like we should not encourage each other. We must encourage each other. But suppose something is wrong in our behavior, there has to be someone who corrects you. Sanjay Vyas Prabhu, you did not say it correctly. Sanjay Vyas Prabhuji, although you're a very nice devotee, I have one feedback for you. And you should have a honest heart to listen that. And that's why Prabhuji Shastra says we should have a guru. We should have a guru. Now, at the moment, our guru may not be on a daily basis externally approachable. He will not come and say, Sanjay Vyas Prabhu, why are you getting up at 8 o'clock today? Why are you sleeping at 12 o'clock today? You know what I'm saying? Then you need his representatives or some mentors, we call it. But the point is, we have to have a guru who can correct us. Guru is not here to butter you. One example which devotee was giving when Alfred Ford, he came in front of Prabhupada. So when someone introduced, he's the great grandson of Henry Ford, the great owner of the Ford company. And the first question Prabhupada asked, so where is Henry Ford? He did not butter Alfred Ford. Oh, thank you for coming, and you are such a rich person. Can you give some donation? Prabhupada was not bothered about donation. He said, where is Henry Ford? Just one line, first line. And because he was honest, Alfred Ford, which became later Ambarish Prabhu, he could say, Prabhu, we need mentors, guides, and we should be very, very careful. He said, one speaker was saying, we need three things if you want to grow in our life. One thing, you should have some disease in your body, some disease, some discomfort, sorry to say, right? A healthy body is good, but some discomfort in your body, some sort of little disease or something you should have. So you realize, what do you mean by pain? If you have a painless body, if someone comes with a pain, you say, "Arey kya Prabhuji, you know, a headache hai, ye hai." Like, nahi, Prabhu, kuch nahi. That's it. Cool down. No, you should have some discomfort somewhere. You should have little less money than what you need. If you need $100 a day, you should only have $80 a day. Because then you will value that dollar. You will spend it nicely. If you have $1,000, you only need 100, 900. Aram se udao. And the third thing, Chanakya Pandit said, the most important, you should have at least one critique around you. One person who's constantly, poking you. Now, we have a lot here. That's a different story. But it's good, actually. It's very, very good. Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj said, if you have dirty clothes and someone is washing your clothes, you should be happy. You should not criticize that person. What did he mean? If someone is pointing out some faults in you, you should again accept it, honestly process it, and then see. If there's a truth, you correct yourself. If there's no truth, you don't correct yourself. You say, okay, Hare Krishna, it's just a gossip. But the point is, we must have a guru who can tell us when, not only when we are right, which you will find some people to say, yes, Prabhuji, you are very right. Which some people will say, but the only thing is, Prabhupada says their heart should be a compassionate heart, not an envy heart. Because envious people will also say, Prabhuji, you are wrong. So you should seek association from those who can correct you in a compassionate way. And say, Sanjay Vyas Prabhuji, I love you, but I have to tell you something which may improve your devotional life. That heart we are looking for. And we should be very honest, if that helps, Prabhu. So that's the
Thank you,
definition
Prabhuji.
of
Thank you.
guru. Just one thing comes to my mind. Bhakti Charu Maharaj was in Sydney many, many years ago. Just remember this instance. Maharaj was giving initiation to some devotees, and in the initiation class, Maharaj said one very nice thing. He said, a spiritual master's duty is to chastise the disciple. Maharaj said, so do you allow me to chastise yourself? Maharaj asked this question in front of public. Do you allow me to chastise? And all the initiates said, yes, Maharaj. He said, sorry, I'm doing my duty. It is my duty to chastise the disciple. At the same time, we should not falsely assume the role of a spiritual master of every single devotee in the temple. Prabhu, I have a right to correct all of you because I've been coming to temple for 25 years. So what? So what? A cockroach may also be living in a hole for 25 years in temple kitchen. So don't assume that role yourself, but you should give that role to a responsible devotee. And that's why I say your sadhana card must be shared with at least one person. It can be your wife, husband, friend, that doesn't matter, who can lovingly correct you, ask you question lovingly. Prabhuji, 2 हफ्ते हो गए, you have not read even single minute. What's happening? And say, sorry, Prabhu. There's something happening in my life, and it's okay. Can I help you with something? So that needs to be done. So one mentor, one Ghanshyam Prabhu also was mentioning last week. You should have at least one person with whom you can open your heart. Siksha you can take from many people, definitely, but one mentor, guide. Prabhu, I'm struggling with something, and that's fine. Goyam Akhadi Prakshati is allowed. Please help me. Please guide me. And that person should have 3 qualities. What are the 3 qualities of that person, Acharya Nishta Prabhu, whom you are seeking guidance from?
He should not share your secret with others.
Okay, we
Trust.
assume that by default. What are the Rupa Goswami giving three qualities of that mentor?
He should be a well-wisher.
Yes, thank you. Isnigdha Sajatiya Ashraya. So Isnigdha means he should have loving heart, well-wisher, as Prabhuji say. Sajatiya, like-minded. He should understand you. He should know you. Sanjay Vyasprabhu, you are telling you went to a sannyasi, you said, I have some problems. Sannyasi said, I don't know what your problems are because I don't know you much, right? That's what he said. So Prabhuji was trying to seek guidance from sannyasi, but sannyasi said, Prabhu, I don't know you much, so I can't guide you. You can just ask me a generic question, but I can't guide you because a person needs to know you to be able to tell you some improvements. And ashraya should be able to give you ashraya. So he should be higher than you. Should be higher than you. You just cannot go to the same mindset person. It won't be able to help you. Emotional help, okay. Spiritual guidance, probably not. So he should be higher than you. Sajatiya, Snigdha, and Ashraya. Three qualities Rupa Goswami says he should have. And you, every one of us should have at least one or two of them who can correct you. Prabhuji, please, you feel full adhikar on me. You can chastise me anytime, anywhere. Call me anytime. Correct me anytime. Please tell me. Who will tell me if not you? Give that adhikar with love. And that devotee should also, with love, should take that responsibility. Again, with love, not with envy. Then it becomes negative otherwise. Okay, I'm Sanjay Vyas Prabhuji. Okay, let's move forward. 321 to 322. Who will read? Okay, I'll start naming.
Prabhuji.
Okay, yes, Mata, please go.
न मे पार्सार्थी कृत अव्यम त्रिषु लोकेषु किंचना न न वत्वम अव्यत्वम वर्ता एव च कर्माणि. O son of Partha, there is no work prescribed for me within all the three planetary systems, nor am I in want of anything, nor have I a need to obtain anything, and yet I am engaged in prescribed duties.
Thank you, Mataji. So now Krishna has given one example in the past. Which verse he gave example? Who can say quickly? So person who have achieved perfection. Who can say one example? Premanand Prabhuji, you remember? Which verse Krishna gave one famous example?
Janak Maharaj.
Janak Maharaj, thank you. Thank you, Salan Prabhu. So he gave example of Janakadayaha. So in the past, Janak and Adi, other devotees, have followed the path of prescribed duties, working in a detached power, and they have achieved perfection. Now Krishna is giving second example. What is second example? He is giving example of himself. Now there's a rule in Shastra, a rule in teaching. A teacher preferably should never give his own example. It's considered Atmashlagha. Atmashlagha means you're praising yourself. And Arjun tells this in Mahabharata. Atmashlagha is considered as committing suicide. There's a big story on that. I'll not go there. But certain teachers can give their examples. They are very, very unique. Prabhupada sometimes gave his example. Our Acharya, Sannyasi, they can give. But when we are giving class, we should not give, you know what, I did like that, I did like that. People will think you're a fool or you're a very egoistic person. So try not to imitate these things blindly. Sometimes for some encouraging someone, you can say, okay, I was also struggling, Prabhuji, but I did that and that helped me. So that you're helping someone. Don't boast yourself. So here Krishna has the authority to give his own example. So he's giving his own example because Krishna is Krishna. That's a fact. It is the supreme personality of Godhead. So he's saying, Name parthasti kartavyam. So Garima Mataji, it is simple word, kartavya. Very simple. So if you read the Hindi one, sometimes it becomes very, very easy. English sometimes is hard. And yes, some people can be comfortable other way. Anyway, Name parthasi, na kartavyam. So, hey Partha, I have no kartavya. Kartavya means duty. Now we all have our ashrama duties, right? We have some kartavya towards our body, towards our family, towards our boss, and all those things. But Krishna has no kartavya towards anyone. Trishu lokeshu, not only when I'm on holidays. Sanjay Vyas Prabhu goes on holidays to Japan, no kartavya. Yes, you come back, kartavya starts, isn't it? Even Japan also, he has kartavya. He's taking his family members, he has to make arrangements for accommodation, food, and whatnot, right? But sometimes you may be a day off. You go to someone's house, Prabhuji, aaj relax karenge. ठीक है प्रभु जी, आप कुछ नहीं करना आज. That's fine. He's saying Trishu Lokeshu, talking about the space. Not only like in Hastinapur, I'm a visitor, because Yudhishthir is the king, so Yudhishthir will take care of me. Fine. Trishu Lokeshu, nowhere, anywhere I have any kartabhya. Na anvaptam. So anvaptam. So anvaptam is not that I want anything. Does Krishna want anything? He's Lakshmi Pati. What will he want? Do we want anything? Unlimited things. Unlimited, huh? A supercomputer chip will be finished, our desires will not finish. How many desires we have? But Krishna has no. I'm not in want of anything. Na an avaptavyam, not that I want to achieve something, not something now, what I want to gain in future. Like abhi nahi hai, future mein hona chahiye, huh? I don't have much fame right now. Future, I should have more fame. I don't have much money right now. Future, I should have. Krishna has no want for now or for future. He is past, present, and future. Worth ev chakarmani, but still, I am doing my karma. I am doing my prescribed duties. So Krishna is giving these beautiful examples. Although I'm the Supreme Lord, and Prabhupada gives this beautiful verse. I'll not read the whole, but last line. But Prabhupada actually had said this last two lines many places. Parasya Shaktir Vividaya Suyate Swabhava ki Gyan Bala Kriyacha. So Supreme Lord has Parasya Shakti. He has all the Shakti. Swabhava ki. Swabhava ki refers to whatever he thinks that manifests. Hari Gopal Prabhu, when you think something manifest, only anger manifest. सोच रहे हो सुबह से कुछ काम नहीं कर रहे. I'm thinking. But when Krishna thinks, it happens. It happens. He is Atmakam. He is Satya Sankalpa. We are only Sankalpa. There is no Satya. We take Sankalpa, we break the Sankalpa. On Kartik Mas, first day we take many Sankalpas, isn't it? And by the end of the month, we are thinking, oh my God, how many more days to go? So we are not like, but Krishna is Swabhavaki Jnana. All the Gyan, Bal, Kriya is Swabhavaki, naturally there. He has nothing to achieve. He has achieved everything. He is everything. Vasdeva Saramti Samatma Sudurlabha. He is in that position. Yet, I am engaged in the prescribed duties. Now, one thing we have to understand here, we are not talking here Vrindavan Krishna, Shyam Sundar Krishna. Now, in Vrindavan is the transcendental realm. It's the arena of love. So, our Acharya is explaining this, I'm not saying this. Baldev Vidyabhushan explains. So, in Vrindavan, Krishna is not taking any leadership role. Is he a leader? Is he a king in Vrindavan? No, he's not king anywhere, but he's taking a leadership position outside Vrindavan. In Mathura, in Dwarka, he's taking a leadership position. Here also, he's taking a leadership position. But in Vrindavan, so we should not compare Vrindavan pastimes here. That is the arena of love. And there he is not taking any leadership role. So we're not comparing there. But outside Vrindavan, wherever Krishna is taking this leadership role, Krishna is performing his duty. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains in 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, when Narad Muni arrives to meet Krishna in Dwarka, he goes to different palaces, and in different palaces the time zones are different, and in different time zones Krishna is engaged in different activities. Some time zone, suppose, is for Brahm Muhurta, so Krishna is meditating on himself. Some Muhurta is there like 7 a.m., so he's preparing himself to go to the court. Somewhere the time zone is like a mid-afternoon, so he's coming back from the court and he's taking some lunch prasadam. In the morning, 8 o'clock, he is giving charity to Brahmanas, he's performing some yajna. In the evening, he's spending time with his family. So Krishna, any palaces you go, he is engaged in doing his prescribed duties. So anytime you see Krishna, he's doing his prescribed duties. Again, outside Vrindavan. So when Krishna is performing his prescribed duties, what should we learn from Krishna? This part of Krishna. Giriraj Prabhu. What should we learn from Krishna when he's performing his prescribed duties?
We should perform our duties in the same way.
Yeah. So as best as possible, based on our
We
one
should, yes.
Everywhere, every time we must perform a prescribed duties. We cannot just sit back and relax. Ho gaya. I'm a devotee now. I'm a senior devotee.
Yeah.
It's not.
I only like a very good thing our Guru Maharaj always say that your journey starts with your initiation.
Your journey starts. Thank you. It's
Yeah,
an
you can't
initiation.
sit idle. You can't sit idle in Krishna consciousness.
Now you have to work harder.
Yes.
You work harder now.
Both ways, yes.
Yeah. Materially as well as spiritually.
Yes.
Materially working harder, that means again to align our material things with spiritual principles. Okay. So if Krishna is doing his duties, imagine how much responsibility we all have and how much responsibility we all have as a representative of a movement of Srila Prabhupada. Just imagine. Because people look at you. You may not be perfect, but people look at you like, "Are you to devotee ho?" One of the Prabhupada disciples, he went to Mumbai. He was making some life members. So he was going different shops in Bombay. Bombay, there's a jewelry market. There's a name I forgot. Anyway, so he went to that because there are some big people there. So he was going around and he was requesting them to please, take the membership of ISKCON and then take some books. And he was trying his way. Anyway, in one shop he went, and inside there were like 4 or 5 very rich jewelers were sitting around having some prajalpa, gossip, chit chat, some chai, samosa. Anyway, so he requested all of them, and all of them, many of them started laughing at him, and they started saying something bad about Krishna and Radharani and all those standard arguments. He became very angry, and he took the collar of that person who was saying something bad, and he was about to hit him. And he was a big guy, big Western-bodied person, very strong. He literally took the collar of that person. He's about to hit him, and he put his punch right on his face. That one word comes out, he'll smash his face. And others said, "Arey Baba, you are a devotee. How can you do this?" He said, "Because I am a devotee, my hand is still 1 inch away from your face. If you would have said this 4 years ago, you would be on the ground by now. I would have made a chutney out of you by now." So because I am a devotee, I'm still 1 inch away from your face. So people look at you. People look at you as a devotee. One time, Shyam Sundar Prabhu, very senior disciple of Prabhupada, he was driving in India, and Indian driving is very different than Western world driving. So he could not drive, and eventually he hit a person. He hit a pedestrian, and pedestrian, was flat on the ground. And he had heard in India how they beat the driver in this situation. And he was like, "Oh my God, what's going to happen to me now? They're not going to leave me today." And he just started, because devotees, what did they do when the Sankat comes? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And he was wearing dhoti kurta and devotional dress, and he is chanting Hare Krishna now. Crowd came, looked at the driver, looked at the person who got hit by Shyam Sundar Prabhu. They started beating the person on the road. And he's like, "What's happening here?" And then he thought, it must be phase one. In phase two, they will come to me. And he waited. They bet him a lot, and they said to Shyam Sundar Prabhu, "Now you go." And he's like, "But why did you beat him?" He said, "You are a devotee. How dare he comes in front of your car?" And he said, "Oh my God, imagine just by seeing my attire, I'm not a devotee, just by seeing my attire, they respect me like a devotee. Imagine if I become devotee." Devotee is a very, very big thing, very, very big thing. He said, "We are proud of being IES, PCS, some government servant. But the devotee is a servant of Supreme Personality of Godhead." Imagine how big the devotee is, how big the devotee is. So we should never be sort of shy of our devotional aspect. We present as appropriately as possible, but we should never be shy. Devotee is a big thing. We should be proud. Sina tan ke kehna chahiye. We are the devotee of Krishna. We are devotee of Prabhupada. We are trying to follow Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead. Devotee is a big thing, because they are setting up an example, including Krishna is doing that. Okay, let's go to 23. Who wants to do 23? Anand Krishna Prabhu? Like,
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yadi hiya aham na vartayam jatu karmani atendriyaha mama vartam
This Tandra. Tandra means Nidra.
atandriyaha
Atandritaha.
atandritaha. Sorry. Mama vartamanon sorry. Mama vartamano vartante manushya partha sarvashaha. For if I ever failed to engage in carefully performing prescribed duties, O Partha, certainly all men would follow my path.
Thank you, Prabhu. So now Krishna is just giving education by contrast. That's what we call it. So 322 is saying, I'm also setting up an example. I'm also following my prescribed duties. Because if I don't do, what will be the result? The result will be, Yadi hi aham na varteyam. If I'm also not following the path which I'm teaching to others, jatu karmani atandrita. Atandrita refers to nidra. I am following my path with atandra. Atandra refers to means with full focus. Like I'm remembering Narendra Modi, huh? I've heard he only sleeps like 3-4 hours a day. He was so focused on his work, so focused on his work, huh? Because one time he was saying in a little video I saw, saying some people are only having 3 children, 4 children. I have 150 million children. That's how I have to work the hardest. Huh? This is how the Raja should be. Huh? For Raja, every single person is a Praja, and he is responsible for his upliftment. So a true leader thinks like that. A true Raja does not think, okay, I have 2 kids and I have to, leave something behind for them. He said, no, I have 140 million kids. So I have to work very, very hard. Someone is asking, why do you work so hard? He said, because I have so many kids. My family is so big, so I have to work hard. So this is how an ideal Raja is. So Krishna is saying, I work atandritaha, very carefully. Tandra refers to laziness. Mam vartama. Vartama refers to path. There are 4 types of guru. Sanjay Vyas Prabhu, what are the 4 types of guru? Quickly.
Path Pradarshit Guru.
Yeah, or Vartama Pradarshak also we can say Path or Vartama.
Chaitya Guru.
Okay, the second one in the order. Vartama Pradarshak, Path Pradarshak. Then
Shiksha Guru.
Siksha Guru.
Diksha Guru.
Diksha Guru. Fourth, Chaitya Guru.
Chaitya Guru, yeah.
So if you go in an order, Path Pradarshak or Vartama Pradarshak Guru, they invite you to temple, they give you some books and all that. Like Siksha, you start taking Siksha from them. Diksha, you take the initiation from them, obviously. And Chaitya Guru. Who's the Chaitya Guru? Someone else can say. Anyone knows the Chaitya Guru? Anyone has a Chaitya Guru or no one has? No one has a
Is it a Kul Guru, Kul Guru or Kul Devi?
Kul Guru, Kul Devi. Okay.
It's Krishna sitting in your heart.
Krishna sitting in your heart. Paramatma is the Chaitya Guru. Not any other outside Guru. Even your Diksha Guru, it says, is a representation of your Chaitya Guru. Your Siksha Guru is also a representation of your Chaitya Guru. Chaitya Guru, when he sees, because he's sitting in your heart, he knows that are you really serious? It says, Krishna makes you meet with your spiritual master, and spiritual master makes you meet with Krishna. So Krishna Guru se milate hain, Guru Krishna se milate hain. But first it starts from Chaitya Guru. Chaitya Guru sitting in your heart, and he only will arrange a nice Guru for you. He only will arrange it. You are crossing in a mall and some devotee will say, Prabhuji, Bhagavad Gita le lo. Prabhuji, come for the temple. Prabhuji, come for a program. We have a temple here. Come for a Sunday feast. So Krishna arranged that. That is called Chaitya Guru. Nothing happens by chance, it says. Chaitya Guru, Krishna, Super Soul is arranged. So Chaitya Guru, if you are very, very serious, then he only arranges Siksha Guru and Diksha Guru for you so that you can take the Siksha, become serious, and then go forward. Yes, Sanjay Prabhu.
Prabhuji, just a clarification. When we say order of gurus, so what does that mean? So is it Padarshik Guru?
So basically, first person will just say, Prabhu, come to temple. This is a Sunday feast, it's a Janmashtami program. That's called your Path Pradarshak Guru. So Path Pradarshak is giving you path towards Krishna. We're not necessarily teaching you. Now, someone teaching you Bhagavad Gita, for example, that's your Siksha Guru. And Diksha Guru who initiates you. Now, your Siksha Guru can be your Diksha Guru, but in many situations, Siksha Guru can be many. Diksha Guru will only be one, who will really initiate you, will formally admit you in ISKCON, for example, or any other sanstha, and then he will recommend your name to Krishna, to your Chaitya Guru, that, this aspiring devotee has done very nice devotion, Krishna, Radharani, please accept this person. That's your formal connection with Krishna. Siksha you can take from anyone, even from nature you can take Siksha, basically from Dattatreya, 24 gurus. Is that okay? But Pradarshak can be, and your child can also be Siksha Guru.
And when we say order, Chaitya Guru is...
Chaitya Guru is the highest, Prabhuji. Chaitya Guru is the ultimate Guru. Yes, your Diksha Guru is the representative of your Chaitya Guru. If Chaitya Guru does not allow, you will not meet your spiritual master. It will not happen. Krishna knows you are a rascal. You don't need a spiritual master. You will offend him. So he will not make that arrangement for you. Chaitya Guru comes out in the form of Diksha Guru. And that's why we say, he is as good as Krishna, because he is Krishna. Krishna arranged that person for you. And that's why if you are Lalchi Guru, Lalchi Chela, so that Guru also comes because that's what the Guru you want. And earlier you were saying, we want people who can validate our opinions. So if you have that mentality, Krishna will arrange that sort of Guru for you. Because you have that mentality, Krishna will arrange that for you. But many times Krishna arranges a very bona fide guru, but we disrespect him. That's very unfortunate. Out of some sukriti, out of some devotee's blessings, Krishna arranges that. But when we get it, we don't respect him. Or we don't take him so seriously, basically. That's a very unfortunate situation. You have got a bona fide guru, but you still, many Prabhupada disciples left Prabhupada. Very unfortunate situation. Now they will still get benefit, definitely. Krishna will arrange more things for them, but yeah, they left the fastest train towards back to Godhead. They will come in a mal gadi, passenger train, slowly in few berths. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, 323. I wanted to show you one thing. 411. There are few verses in Bhagavad Gita which have a line or two repeated in Bhagavad Gita, and this is one of them. As I will go, I'll tell you that. So 323, the second line is Mam Vartamanu Vartante Manusya Partha Sarvashaha, right? These two lines. Look at these two lines. This is 411. Mam Vartamanu Vartante Manusya Partha Sarvashaha. This is exactly verbatim in Bhagavad Gita. So 323 and 411. They are the numbers. Any other verse? Very famous verse, Hari Gopal Prabhu? 2. Almost same verse in Bhagavad Gita. Everyone knows that. Almost same.
There is one in 10th chapter, I think. I just cannot
One in
remember.
10th chapter, okay?
Uh,
Hari Gopal Prabhu knows, that's why I'm asking. 934 and 1865. No, that's a unique verse. 934. Manmana bhav madhakto madhyaji mam namaskaru. So 1865 and 934. 35% is exactly same. Bhagavatam also does that actually. Many places. Okay, let's go back to 324 now. Who will read? Who's the next one? Yes, Prabhuji, would you like to read?
Yes, bro. उत्सीदेयुर्इमे लोका नाकुर्यं कर्म चेदहं संकर्ष्य च कृतास्याम् उपहायम् इमा प्रजः
Upahanyam. It's
उपहन्यम इमा
Upahanyam.
उपहन्यम
Imaha prajaha. So एक के ऊपर एक line है.
प्रजाः.
Yeah.
If I did not perform prescribed duties, all this world would be put to ruination. I would be the cause of creating unwanted population, and I would thereby destroy the peace of all living beings.
Thank you. So Krishna is just continuing the same thoughts in 323 and 324, because Krishna is saying everyone follows my path. Manusya partha sarvashaha. I'll expand this line when I come here. I've not expanded it here because this will be more relevant in 411. Okay, so Ussi Deyur. So Ussi Deyur, Prabhupada writes, would be put into ruination. Ime loka. Ime means refers to this one. Loka means this loka. Loka refers to people. People of this loka will be put into ruination. Why? Na kuryam karma ched aham. If I do not do my karma. Now, Krishna doesn't have any karma. Krishna doesn't have any prescribed duties. But still, as a leader, he adopts, he considers some duty and he follows it perfectly. He has some Kshatriya duty, he has duty towards Vasudevji and Devaki, he has duty towards his sons and daughters and his wives. He is doing all those duties very, very nicely. Because if he doesn't do that, what will happen? Ime loka ussi deyur. Will put into ruination. What will the result of this? Sankarasya. Anyone remembers the word Sankar being used in Bhagavad Gita earlier? Tell me the chapter. Shobhit Prabhu, which chapter? Varna Sankar. Thank you, Rajesh Prabhu. Chapter?
1.
Thank you. So in first chapter, Arjun has used this word. Now Krishna is using the same word. Sankar Praja. Hari Gopal Prabhuji, what does Sankar mean? Don't tell me the English translation. What does it mean? Sankar word. Now this is a ka. Huh?
Don't know, Prabhu. Sorry.
Okay. English translation, Rajesh Prabhu. Translate. Hybrid. Sankar. Nahi pada? Word Sankar. This is the word Arjun had used, right? Word Sankar. Supriya Mata is nodding the head. So Sankar refers to a population, the child, which has a lower consciousness. Not a very high consciousness. He's not like a rishi. He has very low consciousness. Low consciousness refers to consciousness which only tells you about sense gratification, basically, right? So in the current world, almost everyone is a Sankar. Not Shankarji, Sankar. We are all after many times sense gratification. So Sankar Sicha Karta Syam Upahanyam Imaha Prajaha. So Hanya word. Yes, Prabhu. Hanti, Hanan. They all refers to kill. Huh?
Okay.
So I'll be practically killing them. Now, killing them refers to killing their consciousness. Huh? So if I don't follow my duties perfectly, what will happen to this whole loka? I will be responsible to put them into ruination because the Sankar, low consciousness people will be born. Okay, let's move forward. Who is the next one? I don't know. Mohan Prabhuji, should I? You have already done it, Prabhu, today?
Nah.
Okay, please.
Takta karmanya vriddam. So
This is
yatha.
avidvamso, Prabhuji.
Sorry, avidvam.
So vidwan word we all know. Avidvamso.
Yeah.
Sakta. This is not asakta. We're talking about sakta and asakta. So this is sakta. So there's no extra line on top of a. So sakta karmani avidvamso.
Yatha kurvanti bharata yuryad.
Kuryat.
Sorry, kuryad vidvamsit pathasakhas sakthas
Chikurshur.
chikurshurloka sangramam.
Sangraham.
Sangraham. Sorry.
Sangraha word, huh?
Yep.
Sangraha. Sangraham. Okay. Yeah.
As the ignorant perform their duties with attachment to results, the learned may similarly act, but without attachment, for the sake of leading people on the right path.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So saktaha. What does sakta means, Giriraj Prabhu? अब याद रहेगा प्रभु को.
Being attached.
No.
Sakta. Asakta, you ask, right, Prabhuji?
Asakta.
Asakta is unattached.
So asakta. So what? So asakta and this sakta, same thing, right? This asakti se bana hua, ठीक है? और asakta, that means detached. This is sakta. So just remember, so sakta is also attached. Asakta is also attached.
Okay.
Karmani, prescribed duties. Avidvam. So what does avidvan will refer to? So vidwan refer to a scholarly person, learned person. Avidvans means one who is not very
ignorant.
learned.
Yeah.
So one who is ignorant, what is the qualification of that person? He is sakta. So, or put it other way, who is sakta? Who is avidvams. So if you want to become learned, that means you have to become asakta, not sakta. So most of us are learned or not very learned. We are attached or unattached.
We are trying to be unattached.
But we are attached right
thank
now.
you. There's an ideal, Prabhuji said, and Mata, you said the practical. Right now we are attached. So this is our situation, right? So we are not so vidwan. So vidwan does not refer to how many degrees you have. Vidwan is how much detached you are from the material world and how much attached you are with Krishna. So sakta karmani avidvam. So yatha kurvanti bharata. So hey Bharat, hey Partha. Coming back to Mohan Prabhuji. So avidvans, they are working with lot of asakti. Avidvan working with lot of asakti. But kuryat vidvans, how vidvans are working? Tatha asakta. So he say asakta word is here. So vidwan, how vidwan is working, Mohan Prabhu? With asakti. And avidwan working with asakti. So what is the main difference in this word? So two categories are given, vidwan and avidwan. What is the characteristics of vidwan, Mohan Prabhu?
Vidwan is a learned person who is detached from material.
So what's the word used? What's the word used here? Asaktaha. So the differentiating word in this verse is asakta and sakta. So if you are sakta, if you are working with attachment, what does the attachment mean here? Attachment to the work and attachment to the fruits. So I am earning money, so I need to enjoy. Okay? So I am a avidvans. This is Krishna's work. It is Krishna's money. So the result should also be offered to Krishna. That is a vidwan. So vidwan and avidwan, can you define by the activity or define by the attachment or unattachment? How do you define a vidwan? Shobit Prabhu, how do you define a vidwan? As per this verse I'm talking, a very simple question. How do you define a vidwan By his activity or by his attachment or detachment?
By both, Prabhu, actually.
Like two people are working in a factory. Devotee also working in a factory, he's getting a money after his whole day work. Non-devotee also working and getting some money after 8 hours of work. Can you define just by looking at them? They're both wearing jeans, for example. When they go to factory, they wear jeans and shirt and t-shirt, whatever. One is a devotee, one is non-devotee. How do you identify?
In that aspect, it would be attachment, detachment.
Yes. So just by looking at the activity, we cannot define. So devotee also goes out at work. Devotee can also be very popular. He can be very beautiful. He can be very intelligent. All those things can. So just by looking at the activity, it's very hard to establish he's a devotee or non-devotee. But when we look at the intention behind that work, that define a person as a devotee or non-devotee. Many times people want to get bonus in the job so that they can buy extra gadget. नया लैपटॉप लेंगे जब बोनस मिलेगा और यहाँ पे जब बोनस मिलेगा यात्रा को जाएंगे September you get bonus and then you go to Bhakti Sastri Maharaj Yatra and give all the money to Maharaj give money for Krishna consciousness prachar. That's very nice, huh? You got $2,000 bonus, you gave it away. That's a devotee. That's a devotee. A person in Krishna consciousness, a person not in Krishna consciousness are differentiated by different desires. You cannot just identify they're both working in a factory. They're both factory worker. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Prabhupada also said somewhere a sweeper on the street is better than a person who's making a show of meditation. एक जमादार अच्छा है एक cheater साधु guru से. So because he's working honestly. Okay, is it clear? Vidwan, avidwan, with the basis of attachment or detachment. Let's go to 26.
Prabhuji, I have a quick question.
Prabhuji. Yes, please.
Prabhuji, it's about the pronunciation of the verse.
Yes.
So, like you said, there's a vidwan so.
Yes.
But in Hindi, we say vidwan. It's a na instead of the ma. When we say it in Sanskrit, does it become ma or?
I don't know the rules, Mataji, of the Sanskrit, but yeah, here it says avidvam saha. Yeah, I cannot define that, Mata. There's a Sanskrit grammar rule here. Yeah, I'm not aware of it, Mataji.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah. But yeah, sometimes na does become ma. I have seen it, but I can't tell you when it becomes what. Because I'm not the grammar, Sanskrit grammar expert.
Like also, Prabhu, in ahimsa, like it says ahimsa.
Ahimsa,
But
yes.
then I normally just read it ahimsa because
Yeah,
I am
that's
used
fine.
to Hindi.
Yes, yes. We're all, most of us are used to Hindi. Yeah. Just follow your language. That's fine. But yeah, they are also following the grammar rules there. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you. Let's read. You want to read, Mataji, while you have the mic? 326.
Sure, Prabhuji. न बुद्धिभेदं जनयेत् अज्ञानां कर्मसङ्गिनां जोषयेत् सर्वकर्माणि विद्वान् युक्तसमाचरन्. So as not to disrupt the minds of ignorant men attached to the fruitive results of prescribed duties, a learned person should not induce them to stop work. Rather, by working in the spirit of devotion, he should engage them in all sorts of activities for the gradual development of Krishna consciousness.
Thank you, Mataji. So, na buddhi bhedam janaye. So, buddhi bhedam Prabhupada said disruption of intelligence. You can understand that. Janayet, he should cause ajnanam. So, now Prabhupada or Krishna is talking here. Ajnani people. Ajnani people, what do they do? Karma sanginam. So, they are attached to the fruitive works. Previous verse also it says they are attached. So one who are agyani or avidwan, they're attached to the fruitive activities and the results of that. Na buddhi vedam, but you should not cause disturbance to their mind. You are so attached to their work. So Krishna is introducing a very nice word which Prabhupada has used throughout his classes. And that word comes from this verse, 326. You should all remember this verse actually. Joshayet. And Joshayet, what does Joshayet means? Prabhupada writes, he should dovetail. You remember Prabhupada said hundreds and thousands of times, you should dovetail your activities for Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. So it's not he has made up a word. It's in Shastra. So this is the verse, the only verse in Bhagavad Gita, at least in my knowledge, which says, Joshayet, he should dovetail. So you should not discourage them to stop their activities. Rather, what you should tell them, dovetail your activity for Krishna consciousness. So you go and earn, you have your family, you have your car, but when you earn money, give at least a part of your earning to Krishna. It says at least 10%. Huh? Visit temple, connect your life with temple, huh? Or whatever way you want to dovetail. The point is, Jo Shayed, you should dovetail. How many activities you should dovetail? Sarva Karmani. All the karmas, all whatever prescribed duties you have been given as per your varna and ashrama, all the karmas should be dovetailed for Vidwan Yukta Samacharan. You should be working in the spirit of devotion. So, Joshyet Sarva Karmani, all the karmas should be dovetailed for the pleasure of Krishna. So, instead of discouraging them to do the activity, encourage them to continue doing their activities, their prescribed duty, but dovetailing the results for Krishna consciousness. This is the message of the verse. So, Joshyet word you can remember from this verse. And Sarva Karmani, not one or two Karmani, all the Karmani. Now, initially, we will only attach few of our activities with Krishna, but slowly. As Keshav Maharaj says, Krishna's devotees are like the agents of Vaman Dev. They come in your life, they say, Prabhu, just chant Hare Krishna, just one round. One ho gaya. Then Prabhu, 4 rounds. Then Prabhu, 16 rounds. Then Prabhu, Ekadashi. Then Prabhu, Mangala Arti. Then Prabhu, initiation. Then Prabhu, Brahman initiation. Then Prabhu, give your house to Krishna. Prabhu, Naya temple, $18 million. They will take over your whole life. Initially, if you remember, in India, at least in my house, we had, for Krishna's altar, we had some bartan for Krishna, some pots for Krishna, some offering plate and a katori, which we'll use it only for Krishna and for no one else. Now, in the current kitchen, I only have one cupboard for myself. We have little bowls and little plates. Everything else in the kitchen belongs to Krishna. There's nothing, even my scrubber is different. The scrubber I use to wash my dishes, that is different. Everything in the kitchen is bhoga, bhoga, bhoga. You cannot touch this, you cannot touch that. If someone else comes from my previous background, they say, oh, you can't touch this. He says, kya ho gaya hai aapko? The whole kitchen is converted. Kitchen what? Whole house is converted. First, a little photo of Makhan Chor Krishna will come in your house. Sanjay Vyas Prabhu will do a Damodar program. He'll give you one photo. Prabhu, just take one photo. He will give you a 15-cent photo, and then 15-cent photo will take your whole life slowly. Then he'll give you a framed photo, then he'll give you a DT, then he'll give you a Gaurnita, then he'll give you Jagannath Baldev Subhadra. And your whole altar, you will see, oh my God, it's just expanding like anything. In my altar, I only got one DT, and that was only accident, to be honest. And I have, I don't know, Sanjay Vyas Prabhu, how many DTs I have? 12, 15 of them. It just came. It just came. Devotees come and they give, and give. And it's so nice, actually. So nice. So all the Gaur Nitai, Jagannath Baldev, Subhadra, Shyam Sundar, they just come to your house. Prema Bhakti Mataji is here. She had been gifted Jagannath Baldev Subhadra at one occasion. Next year, you see Gaur Nitai. I don't know what's coming next, Prema Bhakti Mataji. People
It's
just...
all devotees' mercy we are carrying. Everyone, I think.
Did you get it? No. But they just walk in their house and they will take over your whole house. And now we sleep on the ground. Nothing practically belongs to you. Just so nice. So, Joshet Sarva Karmani. This is very beautiful journey. Okay, let's do 327. Very, very important verse. Who wants to do this? Come on, Jaldi.
May I, Prabhu?
Please, anyone.
Okay. प्रकृते क्रियमाणानि गुणे कर्माणि सर्वशा अहंकार विमूढात्मा कर्ताहम् इति मन्यते. The spirit soul, bewildered by the influence of false ego, thinks himself the doer of activities that are in actuality carried out by the 3 modes of material nature.
Thank you, Mataji. So, Prakritehe Kriyamani, this is one of those, famous key verses. I'm sure you all know this verse. So, Prakritehe refers to the nature. Kriyamanani. So, Kriyas, all the activities are done by whom? Krishna is saying Prakriti. Prakriti Gunaha, it is the modes of material nature are performing the activities. Karmani Sarvasha, all the activities are getting done by the Gunaha of nature, material world. Ahankar Vimud Atma. But some Atma who are Vimuda. So Mudha refers to Mudha. Anyone knows Mudha? Mudha. बोलिए जल्दी से fool. Prabhupada used to say Mudhas. Sometimes in ISKCON lingo, Mudha is very, very popular. Like we have some ISKCON lingo. Suchi, Muchi, Mudha, Pakka, Karmi. They're all local ISKCON lingos. Huh? Mudha is also very popular. Krishna is not. So don't think Prabhupada only used this. Actually, Krishna is using it. So don't blame Prabhupada. Huh? Not that we blame Prabhupada. Sometimes people misunderstand. Actually, what Prabhupada can do is written in books. In Bhagavad Gita is written Vimuda word. So Muda is chota mood, chota fool. Vimuda, pura gaya hua hai. There's nothing in between the years actually. Huh? So some Vimhudas, Krishna is saying Vimuda. Vi matlab Vishesha. Vishesh Mudha. You understand? So it's not a Mudha, not just a Pagal, Vishesh Pagal. So Vimudhas, Vishesh Pagal, Ahankar. And they are Pagal for what? Due to Ahankar, ego. Karta means doer. Aham, I am the doer. Iti manyate, aisa mante hain. So they consider that I am the doer. And what are they called? What's the word Krishna is using? Very sweet word Krishna is using. Acharya Prabhu, what's the sweet word Krishna used for these people?
Mudatma.
Vimudatma. Prabhu is very kind. He's saying Mudhatma. Krishna is using Vimudhatma. Vimudhatma means Vishesh Mudhatma. Special fools. Huh? So, special fools. Or put it other way, whoever thinks that Karta, Aham, I am the doer, Krishna is calling them as actually not very intelligent, not very intelligent. Why? Because in actuality, the work is done by Prakriti. Now, I'll not expand too much on this concept, but at least something we can get here. In 18th chapter, when we arrive there, Krishna will explain there are 5 doers of our activity, and we are definitely one doer. Huh? So, Ghanshyam Prabhu also gave example of Baldev Vidyabhushan, who was giving the example of a woodcutter. You remember woodcutter? There's an axe, there's a woodcutter, and the wood. Anyone remembers this example from last week?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Can anyone tell what was it?
Like Ghanshyam Prabhuji said, like woodcutter is used his hand to hold the axe, and axe is cutting the tree. So
Yes.
he was explaining like who is a woodcutter. Woodcutter is the supreme.
Can I just stop, Mataji, 1 second here? So what is the activity here? Just define the activity first.
Cutting the tree.
Cutting the tree or the wood, right? So that's the activity. Now, who is the doer for this activity? So the target, the goal, the prayojan is cutting the tree, for example, right? That's the goal. Now, who's performing that goal?
The hand.
Yeah, this is the question. You're right, the hand. And
Controlled by the supreme.
Okay, hand and the woodcutter. So woodcutter is cutting the wood. That statement is right or wrong? Tell me honestly, right or wrong? Woodcutter is cutting the wood.
Yes, mind.
Yes, right. Axe is cutting the wood. Who can say right or wrong? Yes, that's right. Hand is cutting the wood. Who's saying right or wrong? They're all right actually, but not all correct statements are complete statements. They are correct, but they are not complete. What is the complete picture? Woodcutter has to take an axe and he has to, use his intelligence where to hit. Then only the job will happen. So there are 3 parties involved. Who are the 3 parties, Mataji? Now you can expand. What are the woodcutter,
axe,
hand, and axe? What does woodcutter represent, Mataji?
Supreme.
Supreme. Hand?
Hand is us, like
Jiva. And axe?
Prakriti.
Prakriti. Makes sense? If there was no Prakriti, no axe, can woodcutter cut it?
No.
No. First the desire has to come, and then the sanction has to come, then Prakriti will execute. But why we get, like someone say, you are guilty of killing someone, for example, or hurting someone. So, Prabhu, Prakriti kar rahi hai, maine kya kiya? You kill someone and you say, okay, Prakriti did it. Mohan Prabhu was not responsible. It was Prakriti responsible. So, the law will come and release you, Mohan Prabhu, of a murder. Why not? Prabhu, you can quote this verse, 327. Prabhu, Judge Sahab, 327. This is my praman. Judge will take thapad. Why can't you come out of the situation, Prabhuji? Mohan Prabhuji.
Uh,
चाकू से मारा किसी को, अगर नहीं मारने का, बट चाकू को दंड दो ना, मुझे क्यों दे रहे हो? मैंने तो नहीं मारा हाथ से.
but ultimately it was our decision to do that activity,
Our
right?
decision, our desire. Huh? So the originator of the desire, a person who does not kill, but he hires someone for killing, he is also culprit of the same aparad, isn't it? Huh?
Yeah.
He hired someone to kill someone. So the person who has killed will go in jail, and who has hired him will also go to jail. So because you are the desirer, you cannot say, I did not do. Axe is cutting. No, axe is cutting based on your desire. So when we desire, Supreme Lord sanctions. And which verse is that? Anyone remembers? And Jhan Prabhu made you, flip the
1323.
1323. And what is the verse? Just the beginning.
Upadrishta and Anubanta, I just remember
Thank
two
you.
words.
Yes, Upadrashta Anumanta Cha Bharta Bhokta Maheshwara. Huh? So Upadrashta and Anumanta. So Anumanta is important for us here. Anumanta means Anumati Dene Wala, who gives the sanctioning. Huh? So we desire, Supreme Lord sanctions, and Prakriti executes. Prakriti executes. And if I say I am the doer, like I'm not using axe, I'm just doing. Is it possible? Can I cut the wood? Huh? You'll be a pagal. You get desire, 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 और पेड़ पकड़ के खड़े रहेंगे. 100 days later, you come back, you're still hanging on the tree. Huh? So Prakriti has to do the job. But we desire a Supreme Lord sanction. If he does not sanction, I will not be able to be successful in that activity, whatever I desire. So desire versus desire. So I can desire many things, but if I don't desire, Supreme Lord will not fulfill that. Is it clear? These 3 rows and 5 rows we'll talk when we arrive to 18th chapter. There are more expansions of it. Yes, Keshav Prabhuji?
I just have one question on this verse, Prabhuji, actually, on 1323. I should have actually asked to Bhanjan Prabhuji on the same day. I was
No
thinking,
problem.
but could not. In this verse, we just talk about the Upadrishta and the Anumanta, right? So without the sanction of Upadrishta, nothing happens. That's pretty much the gist is. But if this is the case, then even the bad desires comes. Why those bad desires are actually sanctioned?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's a very big topic, Prabhu. But I'll try to answer in short. Yes, it's a very big question, especially for devotees. Why does these bad things happen? Why Supreme is sort of approving that? Multiple reasons. One of the reason is, suppose someone crashes a train or a flight, something. Huh? It happens 9/11, for example. Why Supreme Lord sanctioned the killing of 300 people? The first thing we have to understand, it's not Supreme Lord's desire. It's not a desire. Desire is different. You go to a doctor, you say, Doctor, I smoke 50 cigarettes a day, and I want to quit smoking. A good doctor will say, okay, start smoking 45 cigarettes for tomorrow. And you take that statement, you publish it everywhere. This doctor, famous doctor, is telling to smoke 45 cigarettes a day. Is it doctor's desire or a personal recommendation for you? It's not his desire. It's a personal recommendation for you because you cannot quit tomorrow. You cannot come from 50 to 0 tomorrow. So it's okay, gradually you come down, reduce 5 cigarettes a day. So many times Supreme Lord also, an example I think Prabhupada also gave, you take your kid to a shopping mall and your kid will see a toy. Your kid is very nice, but some kids are, पापा ये खिलौना चाहिए, खिलौना चाहिए, खिलौना. पापा कहीं so many खिलौनाs you have. नहीं नहीं चाहिए 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 चाहिए. What Grandma Mata ji will do? अच्छा बाबा ले लो. Take this $10, go and buy it, शांत हो जाओ. Abhyang doesn't do like that. Sometimes. Mama will say, beta, you have 50 toys. नहीं नहीं यही वाला चाहिए. Finally, you will say, okay, Baba, lo jaake. Can he buy the toy without your assistance? He cannot buy the toy. He doesn't have that power as yet. Huh? Mama has to give money or facility to give that toy. But Mama or Papa is giving that. Why? Because bacha bahut sar kha raha hai. So sometimes Supreme Personality of Godhead Prabhuji sanctions you. But when he sanctions, because Krishna एक बार में बहुत चाले चलते हैं, the bad karma of those 400 people was destined on that day to die. Now, we are not to support these activities. We are not saying that. But Prabhu Krishna does these activities. He joins all these 2 people together, but he is liable for his karma. He's liable for, crashing that flight and killing that 300 people. You cannot say, now 300 people were destined to die, but I have no right to hurt someone. Huh? No, unless Krishna comes like he's telling to Arjun, shoot the arrow. When Krishna tells to shoot the arrow, when Arjun shoots the arrow, then he does not get any karma. Does it make sense, Prabhu? So it's not Supreme Lord's desire, it's just a sanction like a loving father, and he's also resolving other purposes in those so-called bad activities. And sometimes when we look in Shastra, example of Mother Sita, Mother Draupadi, he is giving many lessons there. They are multi-layered instances. To understand, we need to really understand them nicely. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Sakhi Radhika Mataji, you wanted to add something?
Just Prabhu, what example you were saying, Gaurang Darshan Prabhu was telling the same thing. He was saying when Krishna sees and you're asking for the same thing again and again and again, and the parents know similar, he said, and Krishna's like, okay, take it. He was also telling that just remember by reading the Shastras, you understand that Krishna does everything for a reason, and a devotee has a faith, a very strong faith after reading, after hearing so much Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita that Krishna has a plan. When he does something, everything happens with his plan only.
Yes.
And ek patta bhi nahi hilta Bhagwan
Patta
ki.
bhi nahi hilta. That's right.
That's what
So,
he.
yeah, thank you. So you have faith. I know it's difficult, easy to say in a class, but when it comes into the life, personal life especially, it's very difficult. But somehow or other, we have to maintain that faith in Krishna. Krishna has three qualities. I've said it many times, but I love it. So Krishna is all controller. He can control everything. There's nothing which is not in his control. Like many things which are out of our control. Rather, I should say, there's hardly anything which is under our control. But everything is in Krishna's control. Huh? He is the knower of everything. He knows your past, present, and future. And the third quality of Krishna, he loves every single person. So if we have these three things repeatedly coming into our mind, then we'll understand situations are beyond my control, but they are not out of Krishna's control. He is fully aware of what is happening with me right now or with my loved ones, and he loves us. So even in the very toughest situation, you will be able to keep that faith in Krishna that, okay, I don't understand it, Krishna, but let me continue my journey. Let me do my duties, and things will come out in future. I'll give one example of Abhimanyu. When Abhimanyu died, Yudhishthir Maharaj was very, very sad because Arjun wasn't there. And Yudhishthir Maharaj thought, because of me, he died. Because actually, Yudhishthir Maharaj was invited. But Abhimanyu said, no, I will go. The Raja should not go. So he sent Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu died. And when the news came, he was very, very sad. This is when before Arjun came to know. Anyway, he was very, very sad. Even in the battlefield, he was crying like anything. Vyasadeva appeared on the battlefield of Mahabharata. This is written in Mahabharata itself. Vyasadeva appeared on the battlefield of Mahabharata next to Yudhishthir Maharaj, who was just crying incessantly, and he said, you should have faith in Krishna's plan. So Vyasadeva is preaching to Yudhishthir Maharaj on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. He's saying, we don't understand how he does what he does, but you should have full faith. And by preaching of Vyasadeva, Yudhishthir Maharaj got little less sad, less distressed. So Vyasadeva is also saying, although it's such a sad news, anyone will be disturbed. And he was thinking, I am responsible for the death of Abhimanyu. He was feeling very, very guilty. But Vyasadeva said, no, just have patience, have faith in Krishna's plan, and all these dots you'll be able to join little later. So yeah, difficult to do, but yeah, this is the philosophy we are trying to follow. And with the devotee association, we will pass through. Okay, let's do 320. Let's do one more verse and then we'll stop. Who wants to do this last glorious verse?
I can do it, prabhuji.
Please.
Tattvavitu mahabaho guna karma vivagayo guna guneshu vartanta iti matva nasajjate. One who is in knowledge of the absolute truth, O Almighty Armed, does not engage himself in the senses and sense gratification, knowing well the difference between work in devotion and work for fruitive results.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So Tattvavitu, now this Tattvavitu word is also important. It comes in Bhagavatam, in Bhagavad Gita as well. Anyone knows the famous Bhagavad Gita verse which has this word Tattvavit? Yes, Prabhuji?
Brahmatmenti Paramatmenti Bhagavani.
That's Bhagavatam. That's Bhagavatam. Number? Okay, number?
Tattvavidas Tattvavidam.
Yeah. Jnanam is Jnanam Advayam. Yeah. So
Canto
1,
1.
1, 11, 1. And Tattva in Bhagavad Gita, Sanjay Vyas Prabhu, 434. So तत्वविद माने जो तत्व को जानते हैं, तत्ववेत्ता. तत्व means the reality. So one who knows the reality. Hey Mahabhav, hey Arjun, guna karma vibhagyo. So there's a vibhag, there's a division based on guna and karma. Guna guneshu vartanta. So guna here refers to modes of material nature. Guneshu, Prabhupada writes, guna here refers to senses. Huh? So Prabhupada writes, guna refers to senses, guneshu refers to in sense gratification. Vartant means engage. So our senses by default I'm saying, engaged in sense gratification. Huh? But Tattvavitu jante hain, Tattvavitu knows they should not be engaged. And what do? They know the difference between work in devotion or work in fruitive results. So there are two types of work which we can do with our senses. So default will be work for fruitive results, right? Just a default sort of setting for most of us. But tattva vittu, they jante, they know about it. There's a guna karma vibhag. There's a division of guna and karma. Based on that, by default setting is this: guna guneshu vartanta. Our senses will be engaged in sense gratification, but iti matva na sajjate. They are not attached in the sense gratificatory activities. Rather, they are attached or attracted towards devotional activity. Sajjate also, sakta, sajjate, asakta, they're all same words. Huh? Na sajjate, they are not sajjate, they are not attached to what? Guna, gunesh, vartanta. They are not attached towards sense gratificatory activities. And they are called tattvavitu or vidwan. In previous word, we have read the words vidwan. So if you are a vidwan or tattvavid, you are not attracted or engaged in the default setting, which is guna guneshu vartanta, in sense gratification activities. Rather, you are going the activities of Krishna consciousness. Okay, let's stop here. It's 9:03.